Hello everyone and welcome to the series on how to draw iconic movie characters. Now if you haven't already subscribed, could you do that please? That would be fabulous. And also ring that little bell icon if you want to know what's coming up next. Okay, the iconic movie character today is Mr. Bean, that crazy and irrepressible character created by Rowan Atkinson. Okay, so I'm going to draw his eyes first of all, wide open, staring in that mischievous way. So start here at a point and go up quickly and curve over like that. And the bottom, again, is quite a deep curve coming around like that. And in the middle, of course, you have the eyeball. Quite a space round about here, right? And a highlight up here. And on top of that, you will see a line of his eyelid coming in there. And above that, an eyebrow arched quite sharply down towards the corner of his eye, and way up and curving over like that. Okay, it's quite thick. And then distance of an eye to the next one, maybe a bit more. Fairly wide set these eyes, and do the same again. Come up in a nice sharp curve like that. And you point there, and then the line coming in the bottom, and then his eyelid, like that, and his eyeball right in the centre of the iris, you should say, right there, okay, with the highlight there. And the same with this eye, pull it right down, fairly close to the corner of the eye, arch it up really sharply, quite thick too, coming over the side of his brow, like that. And above that, of course, you get the wrinkles in his forehead, just like that. I'm coming in there. There's the cover of his forehead like that, right? And above that, about that distance, same distance from there to there, you get the line of his hair, and it's kind of combed over this way. So you get this line along the top forehead, and coming down in a bit, and then down towards his ear. And then this kind of shape around the side of his head, and it's kind of parted here, so you get that kind of indentation coming in about here, with maybe a bit of light being caught there. So put the light shape in the top of his head, coming across like that, and all the hair will be kind of combed that way, so any highlights will be running along the line like that. You can draw them in later on. This is a pencil drawing, so I'm using a heavier pencil for the hair when I get round to that. This comes down to the ear, which appears here, fairly long ears, like that. So the ear comes in here. And the side of his head comes in, the jawline coming in over here. Okay, let's go back to the middle of his face now, and his nose. Get these lines coming in from the corner of his eyebrows, coming down. Light slope this way, a fairly broad nose. The nostril was coming in like that, and the centre of his nose appearing, coming down like that, dipping down quite a bit. And these lines appearing on the side of his nose there, and quite pronounced cheekbones, kind of apple cheeks, that kind of thing there. And a little line underneath the eye here, another eyelid there, and a crease like that, and creases coming up the laughter lines. Now his mouth is quite lopsided, this smile, typical smile, and the top lip is a bit heavier than the bottom lip, so you get this corner here higher and this corner down at here. So you have this line coming up to there, and of course you get nice bits of shading at the corner, like that. And then this top lip, which is, as I said, a bit broader than the bottom lip, which is slightly lopsided again, and quite narrow, come in, and you get a bit of shading under there to bring that out there, okay? And his chin appears a bit here. He's kind of twisted around, so you get the kind of wrinkles in his creases in his face, and his neck there as well as he turns around. And then another line coming down there, and then that one coming out like that, okay? Now, the neck bulges out slightly over the collar here because he's looking round towards you. So the collar of his shirt will appear in here. Jacket, tie, and the pearl of his jacket come in there, and his shoulder quite high on that side, and a bit lower on this side. Coming down like that. Okay, so that's the outline drawing, and I'll start to shade in now. Okay, I moved on to a darker pencil. This is a 6B. I'll start with the head. Now, as I said, the hair is combed this way, but it's very black as well. So if you put quite a lot of weight on your pencil and come up to the highlight, and always shade in the direction of the hair going. So if you leave bits, it looks like a highlight of the hair. Okay, so as I come down here, I start to move the pencil downwards. You know, we keep on shading in like that, very black, all the way down. And then once you come to this side, you start to shade around that way, leaving that bit of highlight there. Okay. Right, so you get the picture, and I'll carry on and do that and catch you when I've done it. Okay, I'm just finishing off the shading of the hair now. Leave that looking nice and sketchy. And move down to the forehead and put a little bit of shading now onto the wrinkles here. Not too much. A bit more as I come around the corner there. Okay, and down to the eyebrows, of course, quite heavy and black like the hair. You can shade again in the direction the hair is going to be going. Come around like that. Okay, nice and solid. And then a bit of shading over the top of the eyelid here. Nice and strong. Couple of wee laughter lines there. And then the top of the eye itself, the eyelashes. Nice heavy line and a heavy line as you come around, but tail it off so it's lighter there. Okay? Same with that, heavier on this side. A bit lighter here. And same with that. Maybe a bit of shading on the eyelashes there. Okay, and then the actual iris itself, nice and black, and leave that highlight. Yeah, it's looking good. Right, okay, a bit of shading in here on the side of the nose. And a bit of shading in here as well. Under the eyebrows, leave that bit there, that'll catch the light. Same with that bit, just a bit more shading in there. And a bit of shading down the side of the nose here. And round the middle of the nose. Bit of lighter shading there. I'm taking the weight off, you know, as I do that. And then when I want a bit deep shadow, for instance, under the nose here and down over the top lip, I draw the line in heavily first of all, that I want, and then put a bit of weight on the pencil, quite a bit, right down almost to the lips there. Okay, and a bit of shading on the top lip, quite a bit of shading there. Carry up and then round that nice apple cheek, a nice curve. Again, I'm using the pencil in different ways, sometimes using a circle, sometimes drawing round the shape, like that. Okay, the top of the lip, don't outline it too much, just a little line here. And then darker for the line between the lips. Up to that. And then there's a kind of line on his bottom lip which makes it seem quite thin, like that. And a bit of shading underneath the bottom lip. It comes across now almost square, like that. There we are. I'll just take a wee bit of off that. There we go. That should go up a lot nearer there. And less of shading there. That's a bit better. Right, okay. And the chin now, with the folds of his skin coming up like that. And what's quite important are these nice creases at the corner. They're quite dark and they kind of join in to the crease around the bottom of his cheek there. Yeah, it's quite dark. It gives that nice Mr. Bean look, see that? And then his ear, a bit of shading in there. And here we are. You get a nice impression of this lovable character. Nice line around his jawline there, and then down to his crease in his neck, and it's quite deeply shadowed in here too, so nice bit of deep shading in there. The tones around, and a bit more on his chin as well. And then quickly down and give an impression of his shirt. Bit of shading in there, just shading this side of his tie. And a bit of shadow underneath there. And again, quite sketchy for his jacket, and we can put that in with quick sketch lines like that. Okay. And then we can move back up now, a bit more shading on his face and his forehead, a little bit of shading around just the edge of his forehead. There is a brow turns round, and some light shading in here, and a bit of line coming in there. A bit of, let's just give a bit of shape to his face, you know, and shading in the ear there, and a bit down here as well. And on this side, a bit more shape. I think what's characteristic of Mr. Bean is it's quite dark in this area here, you know, and his chin does tend to stand out a little bit. Take it back a little bit like that, and then a bit more of this deep shading under his cheeks here. And it gets that nice quirky look, and also a bit of dark shading on his bottom lip there, like that. A bit more shading in here. Front of the nose, a bit more shading around the cheeks here. And a bit more up here. And I think that's fine. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you can join me again for another tutorial. But in the meantime, of course, all the best and happy drawing.